Well, good evening and welcome to the campus of Northeastern Junior College, and welcome into a Wednesday night of college basketball on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. I'm Ben Black. I'm very glad you've joined us tonight. The Northeastern Junior College Plainswomen and Plainsmen welcome in the North Platte Knights. Our pregame show is brought to you by Northeastern Junior College. From Plains to possibilities, Northeastern Junior College has the educational path for you. Get your 26-27 school year off on the right foot right now by visiting njc.edu. Big game for the Northeastern Plainswomen and the North Platte Knights coming into tonight's game. Not the same way that it's a big game for the Plainsmen and the Knightmen, but a big game in the standings on the bottom end of the South standings. Plainswomen are 4-7. North Platte is 4-6, but North Platte is coming off a win against Western Nebraska Community College in the recent game for them. So the Knights definitely carrying a little bit of momentum as they come into the contest. These two teams currently sit in the 5th and 6th place spots in the Region 9 standings. You've got to find a way to be in that top 6 to avoid a challenging road trip, although any road trip is going to be long to the north side in the Region 9 tournament. First meeting between the two teams, the Plainswomen won at North Platte 65-61, and it was the third straight game that the road team had won by 5 points or fewer between these two clubs. Last year, NJC won in North Platte 67-66. NJC lost here at home to North Platte 70-65. And back in December of 2023, a road team took the 6-point victory as well. So these two teams definitely know each other very well. For the Northeastern Plainswomen, it's a night where they'll be honoring their sophomores. Of course, only two of them will be playing tonight. Daniela Garcia-Gasco and Ashlyn Godfrey will be in the starting lineup tonight in their sophomore night. Yali Benarouche, she's injured and done for the season. And as I understand it, because of an ankle injury sustained in Lamar, Daniela Garcia-Gasco will be severely limited in this evening's game tonight for the Plainswomen. That's a big factor because this is a girl that's over 700 career points. It's approaching 600 career rebounds. It's approaching 200 career assists, all top 10 in NJC history. She's also number 2 all-time in blocks. She's top 15 in steals. She's been the do-everything. And when you're taking on a North Platte Lady Knight team that has Zaylee Mazarin, the West Indies sophomore, 6'1", this girl's the real deal. She is averaging 11 points and 7 rebounds in 2026. And she ate our lunch the first time that we played down in North Platte. She really had a lot of control inside. She can shoot from long range as well. She can do all of the pieces and is a big piece. But they also have another very good point guard in Aaliyah Heron, who has scored quite a few points. The biggest thing that has hampered North Platte is their turnovers. They have 7 players in conference play averaging 2 or more turnovers a game, and NJC's been very good in that capacity. They've dropped their turnovers per game all the way down to 11.7 in a single game. in conference play after being near 20 in non-conference play. So NJC's figured out how to hang on to the basketball, and I think that is going to be a factor in this game tonight, but I don't think it's going to be the factor in this game tonight. Our factor in the game is brought to you by Carpet Comfort Center, the largest selection of flooring on the eastern plains of Colorado. The flooring you need, the professional installation you deserve. Stop by in the Broadway Plaza Shopping Center, where comfort is their middle name. It's the rebounding advantage. One stat in conference play stood out to me in this matchup. North Platte is plus 7.6 rebounds a game. They get almost 8 more rebounds per game than their opponents in conference play. NJC is negative 7.7. They have almost 8 fewer rebounds a game than their opponents in conference play. And that was one of the reasons the game was so close. NJC had quite a bit of control down in North Platte. North Platte then figured out the rebounding battle against NJC, and they were able to mount a comeback and had a lead before NJC ultimately closed it out in the victory in the first meeting. That rebounding battle is going to be the key to this contest tonight. And I mean, the numbers don't look good for NJC, but here's one thing that I think is a good solace for NJC coming into this contest. North Platte this season on the road scores 5 fewer points and gives up 7 more points a game. That is a 12-point swing home versus road for the North Platte Knights. NJC's pretty even in that regard. They're only about 2 points per game less on the road and 3 more points per game, so they have a 5-point swing home versus road in that mark. They've been able to figure out quite a bit of the road play, and North Platte has not. But this North Platte team is starting to get hot, and well, I don't think either of these teams have an opportunity to host an opening round game in the Region 9 tournament. They definitely could go on the road and pull off an upset if they can put together something here in the final few games. NJC has this and 2 more games remaining. North Platte has this and 3 more games remaining. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll celebrate the sophomores here at Northeastern Junior College, and we will tip it off. It's NJC and North Platte, a Wednesday night at the Bank of Colorado Events Center on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. And we welcome you back into the Bank of Colorado Event Center as we head toward tip-off tonight. The Northeastern Junior College Plainswomen and the North Platte Knights. It's 50 degrees outside and getting ready to heat up inside. Our coverage is made possible on the Eastern Plains Sports Network by Stubbs. Hop off at exit 66A when traveling I-76 for a gem of a place. Auto accessories, gas, fresh cooked food from an actual kitchen. Stop by and see Stubbs. We are celebrating our sophomores tonight as the Northeastern Junior College Plainswomen take on the North Platte Knights. So we head to the public address announce system, and we'll get ourselves underway this evening to celebrate our sophomores. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the Bank of Colorado Events Center. Before we get underway this evening, tonight is sophomore night for Northeastern Plainswomen basketball as we celebrate the sophomores and their commitment to the Northeastern Plainswomen basketball program. We direct your attention to the video screen.
The Easy family for taking care of Daniela. Thanks also to her teammates, her coaches, Alex and Carter.
Daniela, te recordamos cuando eras pequeña y decía que tu sueño era ir a Estados Unidos a la universidad y jugar al baloncesto. Lo has conseguido gracias a tu esfuerzo. Estamos muy orgullosos de ti. ¡Vamos, Asco!
Daniel, אני מאוד גאה בך, מאוד אוהבת אותך, בהצלחה ותבואי.
You make me proud to see how beautiful human being you become, how you fulfill your place in this planet. Hope you feel good. Hope you get well with your injury and everything. All my love. You make yourself proud, and it makes me very proud. Love you, baby.
Hey, Mamush. Just wanted to tell you how proud I am of you. I'm so proud of the journey you're taking. You're so independent, living in a faraway country, studying in a different language, living your dream of playing basketball in college. And it's just amazing to see you stay so positive and focused on your goals. I'm so proud of the woman you've become. You're so beautiful, intelligent, smart, kind, and full of love and care for everybody. I'm so proud to be a mom. I love you forever and always. I love you infinity, infinity.
Congratulations, dear granddaughter.
Congratulations and good luck in the future.
Love you.
Congratulations, Jocelyn. We love you.
Proud of you being able to keep your grade up and do so well in sports. I'm very proud of that. I love you very much.
Go Ashland.
Hello, Ashland. This is Harrison Good. Congratulations on a great career at NJC.
We're proud of you and your continued success. We love you.
Love you guys. Love you.
How about a hand for our sophomores here at Northeastern Junior College? Alea, Yelly, Jen, and Ashley.
Basketball program in the last couple of years has been led by the sport. We're very proud of all the work and the commitment they have had to Northeastern Junior College. The coaches have celebrated them over the last several years. Continue grow this program here at Northeastern Junior College, and now we're set to get ourselves underway once the North Platte Knights return to the gymnasium. We will celebrate the North Platte Knights, or we'll introduce the North Platte Knights following our introduction to the national anthem. They went back to the locker room briefly here in Sterling, Colorado, as the 8-19 Northeastern Plainswomen welcome in the 7-17 North Platte Knights. But as we noted Big one in the meetings, in the standings, 4-7 for the Northeastern Plainswomen. North Platte Knights are 4-6. They come back into the gym, so now we'll head back to the public address announce system.
And now at this time, we ask that everyone please rise and remove cover as we honor our country with the playing of our national anthem. And now let's meet our starting lineups for this evening's contest. First for the visiting North Platte Lady Knights. A freshman wearing number 2, Aaliyah Heron. A freshman wearing number 11, Brianna Chevy. A freshman wearing number 12, Jasmine Gilbert. A sophomore wearing number 21, Desiree Gonzalez. And a sophomore wearing number 42, Zaylee Mazarin. The North Platte Lady Knights are coached by Jeff Thurman.
Yeah, you know the drill. Yeah, you know the drill.
And now, let's meet the starting lineup for your Northeastern Plains women. She's a 5'5" freshman from Greeley, Colorado, wearing number 3, Madison Cepeda. She's a 6'1" sophomore from Spain, wearing number 8, Daniela Garcia Gasco. She's a 5'4" freshman from Marino, Colorado, wearing number 10, Veronica Beret. She's a 5'6" freshman from Albuquerque, New Mexico, wearing number 23, Monique And she's a 5'6" sophomore from Oregon, wearing number 24, Ashlyn Godfrey. The Northeastern Plainswomen are coached by Bronson Moten. Let's play ball!
Tip-off on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Made possible by Better Electric. Better does matter. 970-521-1030. Daniela Garcia-Gasco in the circle to take the tip for the Plainswomen. Zayla Mazarin for North Platte. She wins it. Mazarin and the Knights will go from left to right and walk it into the front court to set the offense up. Point guard is Aaliyah Herron. She'll set the offense into Mazarin, who is guarded by Ashlyn Godfrey. Off the window goes the sophomore from the West Indies, and the North Platte Lady Knights score first. They lead 2-0, 20 seconds in. Monique Senna will walk the ball into the front court for the Northeastern Plainswomen. Senna dishes it off to Godfrey on the left wing. Godfrey around and then top of the key for Daniela Garcia-Gasco, who rains it in from downtown. Daniela Garcia-Gasco gives the Plainswomen the lead 3-2, 45 seconds in to the opening quarter. Knights walk it into the front court. Jasmine Gilbert will have it top of the key. Gilbert works it around the perimeter, near side for Herron. She bangs one off the iron, no good. Monique Senna comes down with the rebound. Turn and look to run the floor. On the far side is Senna. Senna gives it off, screen and roll. Garcia-Gasco back iron, won't drop. Veronica Beret trying to save the rebound. It goes out of bounds, last touched by the Plainswomen. 3-2 NJC lead, 1 minute and 8 seconds into quarter number one. Plainswomen will walk it, or will force the walk into the front court by Aaliyah Herron. Herron gives it off in the high post into the hands of Desiree Gonzalez. Gonzalez backdoor to Brianna Shelby. Shelby right to the window. She lays it up and in. So Brianna Shelby gives the lead back over to North Platte at 4-3. Plainswomen quickly run it up the floor. Far side and a cough up for Madison Cepeda. Quickly tossed around onto the far side and a quick two up, no good. Offensive rebound down by Mazarin. Put back won't go, and Daniela Garcia-Gasco comes down with the rebound. North Platte up 4-3. Cepeda near side launches a three. Rebound caroms off to Herron on the far side. 2 minutes in, Knights walk it into the front court, and the offense will set up with Jasmine Gilbert. Gilbert weaving on the far side to Herron and a moving screen. It will be whistled on Jasmine Gilbert. First sub of the game will be Kiana Jackson. Kiana Jackson, the freshman from Wyoming, in the place of Mazarin. 2 minutes and 10 seconds in. 4-3 lead for North Platte as Monique Senna brings it up the floor, gets a screen from Godfrey, spins away, dishes into the lane to Garcia-Gasco, and a steal by Jackson, who just came in, picking the pocket of Daniela Garcia-Gasco. Herron walks it into the front court. She'll set the offense up, working it around the perimeter on the far side with Desiree Gonzalez, who played at North Park High School up in Walden. Jackson onto the right wing for Brianna Shelby. Back out up top for Gonzalez. Hands off to Gilbert, who pops it and drops it. Jasmine Gilbert knocks it down from long range, and the Knights have a 7-3 lead, a 5-0 run, 3 minutes into the game. Top of the key, Daniela Garcia-Gasco gives it near side for Cepeda. She puts a three up that doesn't go. Veronica Beret knows for the basketball, comes up with it, and the Plainswomen keep it alive. Beret on the top of the key, hands it off to Daniela Garcia-Gasco. Danny backs it down, feeds to Cepeda, who works across to Beret. Denied, steps into the left corner, off onto the left arc. Cepeda's three up, no good, and the rebound down by Herron. Quick toss up the floor. Knights running with Gonzalez out in front. Gonzalez goes right to the hoop. Good one-on-one defense by Monique Senna, hung out on the backside there. 6:34 to go. First quarter, NJC trails 7-3. Inbound pass into the lane. Gonzalez, two up, no good. Karam's long. Kiana Jackson comes down with the rebound. Out up top, three for Herron won't drop, and the rebound run down by Madison Cepeda on the right wing. Plainswomen working right to left in this opening half. Bring it into the front court. Madison Cepeda, top of the key, works right side of the lane. Past everybody, right to the window, and it will not go in. That was a great look. Reese Yawn, who came in last whistle, came down with the rebound. Quick run of the floor. Veronica Beret trying to tie up Herron and forces Herron to pass the basketball right to Ashlyn Godfrey. So Plainswomen still down 7-3, bring it up with Sena. Transition, pops it, rolls, won't drop it, and the rebound pulled down by Heron. Did we get a timeout? I believe we did.
Number 12, Jasmine Gilbert. Number 1, Rebecca Sigerman.
I think we thought we had a timeout, but we didn't. Official blew the whistle, thought there was a timeout. There wasn't, so the inadvertent whistle will allow subs. Onto the floor returns Jasmine Gilbert for North Platte. NJC gets Becca Segerman in, and Riley Phelps onto the floor. 5:50 to go in the first. 7-3, North Platte the lead over NJC. Ball walked into the front court for the Knights by Jasmine Gilbert. She'll give it off to Kiana Jackson. Jackson to Aaliyah Heron, who launches a three and misses everything. Rebound goes out of bounds off the North Platte Knights. Segerman pumped it off the foot of Jasmine Gilbert. But not exactly a great shot for the North Platte Knights there. 5:31 to go in the first, and they have a sub to the table. It'll be Eden Shinati, sophomore from Israel, that checks onto the floor. Of course, the Plainswomen have a player from Israel, but she's on the bench with a knee injury that she had surgery on a few weeks ago. Plainswomen walk it up. 5.5 to go in the first. Monique Sena, adorned with the ash cross on her forehead, gives it off to Daniela Garcia-Gasco. 3 up, no good. Riley Phelps knows for the basketball. She'll push it around far side, banging off of bodies with 5:12 to go. And we get a North Platte Knight foul. Kiana Jackson whistled for her first, team second in this opening quarter. Segerman inbounds to the left of the hoop. Segerman, long launch into Monique Sena. Loose basketball, ultimately stolen away by Jasmine Gilbert. Quick toss up in transition. Segerman, who committed the turnover, tips the ball away. And it ends up in the hands of Monique Sena. Plainswoman with a quick transition up the floor. Segerman far corner three. It's short. Daniela Garcia-Gasco runs down the rebound on the left wing. She'll drive in baseline off to Beret. Top of the key, Sena pops it, drops it. Monique Sena from downtown reins it in, and the Plainswomen back within one, down 7-6 with 4:35 to go in the first quarter. Right wing, Jasmine Gilbert with the ball for North Platte, blocked by the underside of the rim as she drove too far underneath, and Daniela Garcia-Gasco with her third rebound of the game. Plainswomen run it up. Danny, top of the key, looks for a backdoor feed that's tipped into the hands of Sena. Beautiful spin cycle to the window. Monique with 5 in the last 2 possessions. And the Plainswomen take the lead 8-7, 6 minutes in to this contest. Knights walking it up. They've been held off the board for the last 2.5 minutes. Top of the key, Kiana Jackson works around the perimeter. Ends up in the hands of Gilbert on the right sideline. Now back far side for Shinati. Shinati gives it off to Jackson. Base drive in, too strong on her take. Rebound tipped. Veronica Beret comes down with it. Plainswomen look to run. They led at 3-2, now lead at 8-7. 3:35 to go in the first. Sena, far side for Beret, back to Sena. Pumps the three, drives in, teardrop from 10, knocks it in. Monique Sena with the last 7 for the Northeastern Plainswomen. They lead 10-7 with 3:20 to go in the opening quarter. Knights quickly run it into the front court. Eden Shinati on the near side. She'll give it off to Kiana Jackson. And then off into the hands of Gilbert. Back to Shinati. She drives past Beret, swings it around the perimeter, up top. Pop from Gonzalez, off the backboard. Didn't even draw a rim. That was not a good 3 again for North Platte. And Monique Sena down with the rebound. Monique runs it into the front court. Daniela Garcia-Gasco far side, drives in, fall away from 6, won't go in. Rebound pulled down by Beret. Give off near side to Riley Phelps. She can't knock the shot down. And the board is cleared by Jasmine Gilbert for the North Platte Knights. 2:35 to go in the first quarter. Quick run up for North Platte. Thornbet, top of the key. She'll pop a 3. It will not go. Rebound down by Gilbert, fouled on the putback, and we will finally get our media timeout with 2:25 to go in quarter number one. Northeastern 10, North Platte 7. You're listening to Plains Women Basketball on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. (10-7) NJC lead over North Platte as we welcome you back with 2:25 to go in quarter number one. Our coverage made possible here at the Bank of Colorado Event Center by Bank of Colorado. Apply for the loan you need for your dream home, either fully online or one of their many locations. Bank of Colorado, member FDIC. 2 free throws for Jasmine Gilbert out of the media timeout. It was a long stretch of whistleless basketball that allowed NJC to uncork a run. It was a 7-0 run that comes to a close here as Gilbert knocks in the first free throw of the game. Knights got lit up for their lack of rebounding ability in the media timeout by Coach Thurman. Plainswomen have out-rebounded them by 4 so far. Both in 10-9 NJC. Madison Cepeda came back on. Her shot up no good, and Brianna Shelby comes down with the rebound. Cepeda's 0 for her first 5 tonight. Quick toss up. Zaylin Mazarin came in, and the post player found underneath the hoop by Brianna Shelby. She lays it up and in. The Knights retake the lead. Our 5th lead change of the first quarter. It's 11-10 North Platte. 4-0 run out of the media timeout. Daniela Garcia-Gasco gets the ball picked out of her hands by Jasmine Gilbert. Gilbert's second steal of the game. 1:45 to go in the first, and the Knights quickly run it into the front court. Abigail Haas, the freshman from South Dakota, came on the media timeout. She drops it in. Brianna Shelby forces a 2 that doesn't go, and Daniela Garcia-Gasco comes down with the rebound. Monique Santa walks it into the front court for the Plainswomen. Danny off to Monique, right wing. It rolls rim and does not go in. Aaliyah Herring comes down with the rebound. It's first miss of the ball game for Monique. She'd made her last 3 on this Ash Wednesday. Aaliyah Herring, top of the key, covered by Senna. Feeds it back door, right to the hoop, and one goes Brianna Shelby. Good find. I believe Daniela Garcia-Gasco will be whistled for the foul there. That is her first, team second, as North Platte now has a 13-10 lead. See, a handful of people in the gym today on this Ash Wednesday with the cross on their forehead. Monique Santa, one of them, as Brianna Shelby knocks in the and one. And the Plainswomen will bring Ashlyn Godfrey on for Daniela Garcia-Gasco. Having suffered an ankle injury in Lamar on Sunday, I didn't expect to see her play prolonged stretches today, but maybe doing better than I anticipate. Madison Cepeda bolts into the front court. She gets her pocket picked on a collision that the fans want as a foul. Drive up the floor for the North Platte Knights. 2-on-1, and Becca Segerman commits the foul on Jasmine Gilbert, who will head to the free throw line. Oh, they got Godfrey underneath. Segerman was swinging for the fences up top on the block. Gilbert. First free throw, nothing but net. North Platte's been good at getting to the line, not good at converting in conference play, just 63%, but they're 4 for 4 tonight. Make them 5 for 5 as Gilbert buries both. She has 7, lead is 5, largest it's been in the game, 15-10. for North Platte. They are on an 8-0 run. Segerman trying to set it up, and Aaliyah Heron ran right through her. That'll be Heron's first foul, North Platte's third. With 44 seconds to go in quarter number 1. Inbound pass launched into Cepeda, who's averaging 13 points a game in conference play. She is doubled up. Loose basketball on the floor. Scrum for it between Mazarin and Godfrey. It will be NJC basketball, so possession arrow neutral there. 16 stays on the shot clock for NJC. Segerman launches it in out toward half court, and Cepeda lets it run into the backcourt. She'll turn and bolt it back up and quickly engage. Tipped out of her hands, tries to put the shot up, and she's knocked to the deck. Aaliyah Heron wants to know what she did. Well, there's a lot of things Aaliyah Heron has done that should have been fouls, and finally got one whistled there. She'd been super physical. She said, I have my hands up, and her coach shook his head at her like, you may have had your hands up, but you can't hip check them like you're in the Olympics. First free throws of the night for NJC is Cepeda knocks in the first. Plainswomen 72% at the free throw line in conference play. They were just south of abysmal outside of conference play. 1 of 2 here, and Segerman fighting with Mazarin for the rebound. It goes out of bounds, last touched by Segerman. So it's 16-11 NJC. 16-11 North Platte, pardon me. Madison Cepeda picks the pocket of Eden Shinati as she tried to bring it up. 1-on-2, goes right to the window, can't get it to go. Knights down with the rebound, 10 seconds to go. Mazarin out in front. She'll back it out and find the trail. That is Jasmine Gilbert, the leading scorer. Gilbert to the corner, stolen away by the Plainswomen, and that will end the first quarter. It's North Platte 16, NJC 11 after 1. You're listening to Northeastern Plainswomen basketball on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Back inside the Bank of Colorado Event Center, we head to quarter number 2. North Platte 16, Northeastern 11 on this Wednesday night doubleheader. Come on down and check out the Northeastern Plainswomen and Plainsmen. Men will tip at 7:30. We'll talk with Plainsmen head coach Eddie Trinkle at halftime. Our second quarter brought to you by Sydney Regional Medical Center. Don't let an injury keep you out of the game. Learn more at SydneyRMC.com. Plainswomen back to their starting 5. Knights back to their starting 5 for the most part. So we begin quarter number 2. One change, Eden Shinetti is in for Aaliyah Heron. Knights have the basketball going left to right. Heron has 2 fouls for North Platte. Jasmine Gilbert on the near side is Veronica Beret, Daniela Garcia-Gasco, and Ashlyn Godfrey all return. Gilbert drives in off the right wing and from 10 knocks it in. So Jasmine Gilbert has 9. The lead is 7, 18-11 for North Platte. Daniela Garcia-Gasco has Zaylen Mazarin way outside the arc. Cepeda tries to drive past her. Screen and switch. Baseline drive for Garcia-Gasco. Slings it out to Senna. Fakes the pass. Pops it. Drops it. Monique Senna with 10. The first player in the game from the double digits. gets NJC back to within 4. Top of the key. Jasmine Gilbert drives and kicks. Far side 3 for North Platte. Up, no good. Zayla Mazarin gets the offensive rebound on the miss. And she can't get the putback to go. And Daniela Garcia-Gasco comes down with the rebound. Plainsmen run it up with Garcia-Gasco a minute into quarter number 2. Senna far side. Senna far side. She's 3 of 4. She has 13, and the Plainsmen are back within 1, 18-11, or 18-17. 6-0 for Monique Senna, who has scored the last 13 for NJC. Top of the key, 3, rattled in for Jasmine Gilbert. She's to double figures for the North Platte Knights. She has a dozen, does the freshman from Texas. 21-17. Raining it from long range tonight as Monique Senna brings it into the front court. Daniela Garcia-Gasco threads it far side. Senna again, won't go in this time. Desiree Gonzalez comes down with the rebound. Quick sprint up for North Platte with Eden Shinetti leading the offense. To Desiree Gonzalez, far side. Fakes the 3, draws the D to her, but doesn't have the drop down. Kicks it around. Shinetti near side. She reins it in. Eden Shinetti knocks it down, and North Platte's lead back up to 7, the largest it's been in the game at 24-17. Daniela Garcia-Gasco, top of the key. Veronica Beret near side for Danny. She looks to work in. Danny pumps, fall away from 12. Hammers iron, doesn't go. Monique Senna going for the rebound, gets tugged to the ground. Foul will be on Jasmine Gilbert, and danger, Will Robinson. The leading scorer for the Knights has 2 fouls. She will take a seat, replaced by Reese Yon, who comes back in after brief time on the floor in the first quarter. And back in comes Aaliyah Heron, who will now take over the scoring prowess, one would imagine. Inbound pass to Madison Cepeda, who goes right at her with 2 fouls. Cepeda around her, scoops it up and in. Cepeda's first field goal of the game. She made a free throw. That's it, 24-19. Heron runs it into the front court to Gonzalez on the far side. Gives it around to Joy Rodriguez. Entry pass in, stolen away by Madison Cepeda. She picked off Heron's pass. Cepeda runs it up using Garcia-Gasco as an inadvertent screen. Reese Yon denying the pass far side to Monique Senna. She's in as a defensive lockdown to Beret, who launches a 3. It will not go. Rebound tipped and out of bounds. Last touched by Veronica Beret. So North Platte going to Reese Yon, the freshman from Severance, who has some ties out here in Northeast Colorado. We all know the name. She's going to be the defensive stopper on Monique Senna. Daniela Garcia-Gasco is looking to try and shut down, and Ashlyn Godfrey takes a tumble on the help side on the loose basketball. Offensive rebound down by Mazarin. 3 rolls rim and in for Aaliyah Heron. So an offensive rebound and an assist on the bucket, and the Plainswomen's deficit is now 8 at 27-19, 6:15 to go in the first half. Monique Senna, top of the key. Beret around near side. Cepeda downtown, just will not go in. Rebound pulled away by Desiree Gonzalez. Cepeda, she's just 1 of 8 from the floor tonight. One of the team's leading scorers struggling from the field on this Wednesday night. Right wing, Reese Yon with the basketball. She'll drive, kick, far side. Mazarin, 2 rolls around and drops down. Zaylee Mazarin with 6 and 3 rebounds, and North Platte leads by 10, now 29-19. 5:40 to go in the first half. Monique Senna brings it up. She tries to lose Yon. Now uses Garcia-Gasco as a screen in the lane. Sits heel of the rim, won't drop, and Aaliyah Herring comes down with the rebound. Quick toss up the floor. Desiree Gonzalez right wing to Mazarin, top of the key. Yon left wing, downtown, tries to bank, but it's not open on a Wednesday night, and Daniela Garcia-Gasco comes down with the board. Garcia-Gasco bringing it up. Bronson Motom will use a timeout with 5:14 to go in this first half that will turn into a media timeout. North Platte on a 5-0 run, up 29-19 on NJC. You're listening to Plainswomen Basketball on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. North Platte having a great quarter number 2. They've outscored the Northeastern Plainswomen since NJC hit the 6-0 run on back-to-back possessions to start the quarter. The Northeastern Junior College Plainswomen since that point have only scored 2 points, and North Platte has 13, 5:14 to go in half number 1 out of what ended up being the media timeout. Monique Sena will set the offense up. Top of the key to Madison Cepeda. Drive in. Drop off. Beret from 15 on the baseline. It won't go. Rebound out of bounds out of Daniela Garcia-Gasco. Changes for North Platte on the media timeout. Kiana Jackson, Brianna Shelby, and Aaliyah Heron all came in onto the floor. No, pardon me, Eligia Thorvat. That was the change. So Heron and Shinetti stay on. Shinetti trying to enter it in. Senna stole it away. And then Shinetti whistled for the foul. That's her first foul, second in the quarter on the North Platte Knights. And the Plainswomen will go to Becca Segerman, sitting down Madison Cepeda. So the only player that has played the duration is Monique Sena, who will walk the ball into the front court for the Plainswomen. She's a leading scorer with 13 tonight. She has shot 5 of 8 from the floor. Sena gives it off to Riley Phelps, who came in on the media. Far side to Beret. Her 3 up, no good. And the rebound run down by Aaliyah Heron. Quick toss up the floor. Knights running with Brianna Shelby out in front. Her pass in is denied, and then she tries to chase it down, and it's forced out of bounds by Daniela Garcia-Gasco on her. That's the third turnover of the quarter for the Knights, 7th in the game. North Platte has out-rebounded NJC 6-2 here in quarter number 2 after a struggle early. Ball tipped out to half court. Veronica Beret throws it directly to a North Platte Knight trying to save it. In transition, Shinetti pulls in, high right elbow, 2 tickles the twine. Knights now have grown the lead to a dozen at 31-19 with 3:45 to go in the first half. That turnover by Beret, the first of the quarter for NJC. 6 so far in the game. Monique Sena pulls up from 10 off the right wing. Shot won't go. Becca Segerman fighting for the rebound, and it goes out of bounds off of her. So this run extended now 15-2 for the North Platte Knights over the last 5 minutes and 28 seconds of this game. Knights definitely riding a high lately, trying to see if they can't lock in that 5, maybe have an outside shot at getting to the 4, but they'd have to win out if they're going to get the 4 seed out of the South. Top of the key, Thorvet. She flies in, shot up, no good. Daniela Garcia-Gasco comes down with the rebound. Quickly up the floor to Veronica Beret, and a foul on the floor. I believe that's on Kiana Jackson, and that will be 2 on her. So you have Heron, Gilbert, and Jackson all with 2 for North Platte, and Veronica Beret to the line as they say she was in the act of shooting. It's been nice to see Daniela Garcia-Gasco get time on the floor. We don't have stats from Sunday. They have not restatted that game yet, the loss down at Lamar, but she was at 716 career points. Didn't finish that game because of an ankle injury. Beret misses the first free throw, but she's approaching, if not already, 2 top 10 in all-time scoring. She's approaching 600 rebounds as well and 200 career assists. Beret makes 1 and 2 free throws, make it 31-20 North Platte with 3:11 to go in the first half. Ball run into the front court for the North Platte Knights, paced by the Israeli sophomore Shinetti. Shinetti off to Mazarin. She flies into the lane and puts 2 up and in. Zaylee Mazarin buries the bucket. Lead is now 13 for North Platte. Segerman shot out of a cannon on the inbound pass, knowing the Plainswomen need an immediate response. She draws the foul on Eden Shinetti, so that's 4 different players with 2 fouls for the North Platte Knights. She stays on as Brianna Shelby sits. And we will see back on the floor for the North Platte Knights Desiree Gonzalez, who garnered the start tonight. Beret inbounds from the left of the hoop. She'll launch it in out up top to Becca Segerman. Tries the entry pass into Daniela Garcia-Gasco. She's tall, but not that tall. And the Plainswomen are bailed out on that pass. Off ball, Ligia Thorvette got underneath Daniela Garcia-Gasco before that pass was made, and that's the 5th foul in the quarter, so Danny will head to the free throw line. So what looked to be a turnover for NJC ends up being a scoreable opportunity because of a foul. Danny with the first free throw down. She has 4 points tonight. Second charitable chance falls through as well. Riley Phelps will take a seat, and we'll see Markella Pizarra for the first time in the contest. So that leaves Giselle Sellis as the only of the suited players that has not seen the floor tonight. 33-22 North Platte, 2:40 to go before halftime. Eden Shinetti will walk it into the front court. Gonzalez around far side for Thorvette. Thorvette flies in off the window. Beautiful English, but it would not go. And the rebound cleared by Daniela Garcia-Gasco. Quick toss up the floor to Segerman, right side. Doubled across the top. Backdoor feed to Markella Pizarro, who hesitated in the lane. Misses her first shot. Gets her own rebound. Mauled as she goes back up. Ball goes out of bounds off the North Platte Knights. It's still NJC basketball, and North Platte will go back to Reese Yawn for Eden Shinetti, who has 2 fouls for the final 2:13 of this first half. Monique Sena inbounding off the baseline, trails it out up top to Daniela Garcia-Gasco, covered by Ligia Thorvette. Danny backs her down off to Segerman on the right wing, 8 on the shot clock. Looking back in for Danny, who steps out into the left corner, launches a 3 that will not go. It didn't hit rim. It did not touch rim, and as Veronica Beret was fighting for the offensive rebound, the shot clock was reset, but the officials say it should have expired, and I agree. Daniela Garcia-Gasco didn't hit rim with 4 left, and there was 4 seconds of fighting for that loose basketball on the floor. That will be a shot clock violation. $1:50 to go before halftime. Still 33-22 North Platte. Zaylee Mazarin walks it into the front court. Reese Yawn right wing to Leah Heron out up top. Mazarin mid-block, triple teamed on the in. Kicks out near side for a 3 for Gilbert that doesn't go. Pizarra trying to run it down, and it went out of bounds off Markella Pizarra, so it will be North Platte basketball with 1:34 to go before halftime. Yawn inbounds in the extreme right corner of the baseline. She drops it into Gonzalez. Her 2 buried the bucket. NJC just lost Desiree Gonzalez on that inbound pass. And it's a 13-point lead again for North Platte at 35-22. Beret, top of the key. Garcia-Gasco, Segerman far side 3. Yes, sir! Segerman knocks one down from downtown. Garcia-Gasco, her 3rd assist of the quarter. NJC down 35-25. 65 seconds to go before halftime. Zaylee Mazarin pass across the middle, stolen away by Monique Sena. Turning a quick run of the floor for Sena, who has 13 in this first half for NJC. She flies into the lane, through a triple team. The shot won't drop, and Gonzalez down with the rebound. She stepped out of bounds after she got the rebound. So that'll be a North Platte turnover, and Giselle Sellis will come on for Daniela Garcia-Gasco for the final 49 seconds of half number 1. Segerman inbounding just to the left of the hoop. Quick in, far side, Monique Sena. She's now trapped in the corner. Sena got the ball punched out of her hands. Jasmine Gilbert has been defending Sena and defending her well. So Segerman extreme sideline inbound right on the baseline to Giselle Sellis, a freshman from Skyline High School in Longmont. Sena drives away from the screen. No look dish. Pizarra out to Segerman. No! Rattles around. Fight for the rebound. Sena and Heron there. And Sellis was battling as well. Sellis will pick up the foul. It's the first foul in the quarter on NJC with 31 seconds remaining. 0.6 of a second differential. Shot clock to game clock. So essentially, final possession of half number one. Knights walk it into the front court. Backside feed, and how about another steal? This time, Markella Pizarra picks the pass off. Plainswomen quickly run. Barre lets the D fly by, lays it up and in. Good heads-up pass from Monique Senna. Plainswomen back within 8. Knights run it up, 5 seconds to go. Yawn out to half court for Gilbert. Senna closes out on her and will not allow the shot. North Platte had a massive quarter number 2, though. They scored 19 and held NJC to 16, much of it late. 35-27. The Northeastern Junior College Plainswomen trail the North Platte Knights. This is the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Back at halftime, the Northeastern Junior College Plainswomen trail the North Platte Knights 35-27. I'm Ben Black. Our halftime show brought to you by Equitable Savings and Loan. They're the home team for your home loan. Find out more at equitable-savings.com. We're joined by Plains men basketball head coach Eddie Trinkle. 27 combined threes in the first half between these two teams, and a lot of them have gone down. So, yeah. I mean, you can't really complain, right?
No, I mean, it was, for the most part, it was pretty good shooting. And, both teams did a nice job on the glass of giving themselves second opportunities, We had about 5 minutes where we didn't score.
Right, yeah.
So, I think that's the game, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the lead now.
That's the difference in there right now. That 15-2 run, an 8-point game here at half. I've been really impressed with how Monique Sena has developed.
Yeah.
How, from a coaching standpoint, do you think she's developed most this year?
Well, she's never been afraid to shoot the three-point ball, right? But now she's really added in getting to the basket, setting teammates up, and doing a good job with her passing. She's gritty and tough defensively, but obviously she comes in and works on it every day. I see her all the time working just on the shooting side of it alone, So, and like you tell kids, that's gonna, it's gonna pay itself off, right? And so she's done a great job that way. But people don't understand, when you're trying to adapt to the college game, it's way different, kids fly at you faster. The court becomes a little bit bigger, and then it shrinks on you at times too when teams press you, way more than it does in high school. Other than gyms are small in high school,
right?
So that's where that shrinks. But when you watch, she's just done a really good job of adapting to everything that's kind of been thrown at her. The speed of the game, a lot of kids struggle with that one, Ben. It's just the speed. Everybody's as fast as you,
Yeah. You guys as a team had a tough loss on the road on Sunday at Lamar. You never want to say a loss is good, but I know your team and I know your guys. How did your guys use that loss over the last couple days to refocus and remotivate?
Well, we're a really gritty team. We could have folded in that game and just got blown out. We were down 23 at halftime or 21, whatever it was at halftime, and didn't look like we even knew how to play basketball.
Yeah.
When I got up to the locker room, they were already. You could see. I didn't have to say much. I just walked in and talked about, okay, we got to do this one possession at a time. They had already talked about it in every 4-minute section. At the 10-minute mark, we wanted to have it to 10 points. At the 10-minute mark, I think we had it to 9. So we had every opportunity in the world. We did miss 17 free throws, Ben, and that's kind of been an Achilles heel kind of all year at times is we struggled to really shoot free throws well. Games we win, we've obviously shot them well.
Yeah.
Right? So, I guess we've had more wins than losses, so that helps us. But every game you look at we've lost, we've really struggled from the foul line. And it was just a mental thing the other day. But, you missed 17 free throws in a 10-point loss. You're probably not winning on the road.
Yeah, no doubt about that. The good news for you guys is pretty much, I don't want to say with 100% certainty, but pretty much you still control your own destiny. Win out, you still host. So knowing that everybody is as tight as they are. McCook and North Platte are hot on everybody's heels all the way back in the standings. I think there's still 6 teams that could still host at this point in the season. What does your team need to do over these final 3 games to make sure that controlled destiny still stays in our hands?
Well, you got to win your home games, right? And we got to go on the road and couldn't really compete against a team that's, I would say, playing their best basketball right now. McCook. I think they've won 4 in a row or something like that, or maybe won 3 out of their last 4 or something. But we have to do a really good job of just doing what we do well. Honestly, that's been our main focus is outplaying teams with what we do better. So the things that we focus on, and we didn't do that the other night against Lamar. The first half we couldn't run our offense. We were horrible defensively. We let a lot of easy baskets get shot, and we paid the consequences. We took a 10-point loss, and I'm not taking anything from Lamar. They played really, really well, and they took it to us, and they outplayed us, and that's what I told our guys, and our guys understood that too. They weren't doubting it, Lamar outplayed us. So, but these last 4 games that we have, counting tonight and then this Saturday and then 2 next week, I would say we just have to do what we do better than the other team does what they do. And that's kind of a cliche, but honestly, that's what wins games. If you can execute your stuff better, you're going to win.
North Platte is not a team that plays the exact brand of basketball that you do. This isn't like when Kevin O'Connor was there and you guys ran the same plays up and down the floor every single time. How do you avoid tonight what happened when we were out there and kind of getting sucked into their brand of basketball and on your own home floor making sure that we are playing Northeastern basketball?
Well, we spent a lot of time this week watching our film from that with our players, and just showing them the mistakes we made. if you don't fix those mistakes, you're going to play exactly how they play, But we have to fix those mistakes. Just some defensive switches and changes that we do. We have to be on our game. And then offensively, we got to come out and we got to have some excitement in our offensive game. We got to attack the rim. We got to shoot. We got to do a good job of shooting free throws, and then we have to do a great job on the glass. Like I felt like really the game came down to that last 2 minutes up there. And we gave up, I don't know how many offensive rebounds to them. And that was the rebound margin, was that last 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I think they closed the gap. We were up 10 with like 5 minutes to go rebounding, and then they closed the gap, and I think they out-rebounded us by 2.
Yeah.
That can't happen, and that's what I told our guys. Like, that's our main focus. I mean, we have to kill people on the glass, and we have to do a good job of that. And if we don't, we're going to struggle.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's Plainsman head coach Eddie Trinkle. My favorite rivalry, NJC North Platte, coming up tonight.
I know it's way more fun when Kevin was there.
Yeah, but I love it.
I like Coach Brandel. He's a good dude, but like I just had a blast with Kevin because I could call a certain play and I knew he worked on it all day, and then when we got it, he would call like 9 timeouts and yell at his guys. So, but yeah, I miss those days.
Absolutely, it's going to be great. They'll tip at 7:30. The Plains women trail at half, 35-27. Our second half coming up next. You're listening to Northeastern basketball on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. We come back for half number 2 in the Plainsman basketball game. Penultimate home game of the regular season. We'll play at home for Hoops Homecoming next Saturday against WNCC. The final home game of the year, and the Plainsmen trail 35-27. Leaders at halftime are brought to you by Gordon Insurance. Insurance mitigates risk on the farm with your livestock and in your everyday life. Stop by in downtown Sterling or call 970-526-6139. Monique Sena leads all scorers for NJC. She has 13, but she was held off the board the final 5.5 minutes of half number one after exploding for the first 2 buckets that NJC scored in the second half. Leading rebounder is Daniela Garcia-Gasco with 8. We didn't think we'd see a lot of her after the ankle injury she sustained on Sunday in Lamar. We've seen a lot of her, and she's led the team in rebounding. For the North Platte Knights, Jasmine Gilbert leading scorer with 12, leading rebounder Aaliyah Herron with 7. The rebounding edge goes to North Platte at half, 19-17 on the rebounding battle, and that is a key mark because we talked about that in the pregame show. North Platte Lady Knights are plus 7.6 on the rebounding margin in conference play. NJC is negative 7.7, and NJC actually had a massive advantage at the media timeout in quarter number 1. When North Platte got lit up, then they turned the corner and really was big there. NJC was plus 4, so a 6-point rebound or 6 rebound advantage over the last 13 minutes of half number 1 for North Platte. But I think body of work, you're pretty happy where you are for NJC in that regard. Got to take better shots, though. We noted it, 27 three-pointers between the two teams. NJC shot 14 of them, and they were 5 of 14 in half number 1. So a tick better than their season average at 31%, but definitely need to be better. Back to the starting 5 for the second quarter. Godfrey, Garcia-Gasco, Cepeda, Beret, and Sena. As Sena will walk it up for NJC, opening possession and working it from left to right. Godfrey in to Cepeda, far corner 3, rolls rim and doesn't go in. And the rebound down by Breonna Shelby. Cepeda's having a rough night tonight. That's now 1 of 9 from the floor. Knights work it in. Cepeda's been working defensively as she nearly picks the pocket of Aaliyah Herron around the corner. It'll come near side, baseline feed. Mazarin out onto the wing for Gilbert. She hammers rim, it doesn't go in, and Monique Sena comes down with the rebound. Monique, long launch up the floor to Beret from 10 off the left wing. Her shot rolls right side of the rim, and Aaliyah Herron comes down with the board. Quickly running are the North Platte Knights in transition at 3 for Desiree Gonzalez, up no good. Rebound ping-pongs around. Knights last to touch it. It goes out of bounds on the inline. Knights back to Herron, Shelby, Gilbert, Gonzalez, and Mazarin. They're starting 5 to begin the second half. A minute in, neither team scored. Still 35-27 North Platte. Monique Sena walks it into the front court, hands it off to Madison Cepeda. Cepeda gets her pocket picked by the North Platte Knights. Quickly running is Herron off her first steal of the evening. She dumps it around to Mazarin, top of the key, around into the near corner for Jasmine Gilbert. Enter in onto the right low block for Breonna Shelby. Out up top for Gonzalez. 3 up, no good. Rebound run down by Veronica Beret, her third of the contest. Plainswoman quick toss up the floor. Beret gives it off far side. Cepeda off to the left elbow. Daniela Garcia-Gasco tickles the twine. She has 7 good extra pass from Madison Cepeda. First points of the second half go to NJC. Now down 35-29, 8:15 to go in the third. Knights bring it up. Breonna Shelby in the left corner. Works it across far side. Ball tipped. Dive on the floor. Monique Sena, Madison Cepeda, and Jasmine Gilbert. And it will be deemed tie-up. Arrow goes to North Platte, where NJC began with the basketball in the second half. That will bring the North Platte subs on. Keona Jackson and Ligia Thorvett will see the floor for the first time in the second half. Mazarin takes a seat, as does Shelby. Mazarin coming off an ACL injury. She didn't play until after Christmas break. Still somewhat limited minutes for the 6'1 sophomore from the West Indies. 2 minutes in. Ball tipped by Veronica Beret out of the hands of Aaliyah Herron, and Bronson Moton immediately pops off the bench, spins the finger in the air and says, "We're reviewing that." He does not believe that was out of bounds off of Veronica Beret. You get one review a game. If you're right, you keep it. If you're wrong, you lose it, and a timeout. So we will review 2 minutes in to the second half. NJC trailing 35-29. And our reviews are brought to you on the Eastern Plains Sports Network by Kuski's Fuel Service. Set up your propane delivery schedule today. Stop in on Main Street in Crook or call 970-886-2121. The Northeastern Junior College Plainswomen, as we noted, on the road Saturday at McCook. I won't be there. I've got junior high basketball I'm going to be going to be dad/husband, and whatever else they tell me to do out at Caliche. I will be here next Saturday, though, for Hoops Homecoming, as WNCC is in town, and we will have a full week of high school basketball next week right here on 94.5 The Ranch. Monday, Tuesday, it's the North Central YWKC crossover. 4 games each day. We'll also be here Friday for that. Those brackets come out tomorrow. The Union Pacific LPAA brackets came out yesterday. The Patriot League came out today. We have those brackets up for you on Facebook at Eastern Plains Sports Network on Facebook. Review is successful. It will be NJC basketball. That will be a turnover for North Platte. The 11th turnover of the game, forced by Veronica Beret, who does not get credit for a steal because it was last out off a night. Cepeda walks it up left to right, off to Beret, out of the review delay. She'll get it out to Daniela Garcia-Gasco, who dumps near corner for a 3. Hammers rim from Cepeda. She's now 0 of 6 from downtown. Rebound pulled down by Herron, her 9th of the contest. Gonzalez runs it up the floor. Around onto the near side to Herron. Skips it across for Thorvett. High right elbow drops in on the block to Keona Jackson. Kick out far side. Desiree Gonzalez knocks it in from downtown. North Platte Knights, 5th 3 made in the contest. 38-29. They're back up by 9. Ashlyn Godfrey off the high post. Far side for Cepeda. Passes up a 3, help off on the screen, Keona Jackson, and now Cepeda's trapped at midcourt. Will get a jump ball. It's still NJC basketball. Good awareness on that bench for NJC not to utilize a timeout, knowing you had the arrow. NJC has 3 remaining. North Platte, the full complement available to them in this second half with 4. Cepeda brings it up, drops it into Garcia-Gasco, who will drop it over the fallen Thorvett. And a flopping warning, I believe, was issued there to Thorvett. So 38-31, quick in transition, 2 up and in for Jasmine Gilbert. She now has 14, leading scorer in the contest. Lead pushes back up 2-9, and the Plainswomen work it back left to right. Senna to Godfrey, right post. Right wing, finds Garcia-Gasco, who bangs it in. Daniela Garcia-Gasco to 11. She's scored 6 since halftime. That definitely is going to have her top 10 in the all-time scoring list here at NJC. Top of the key, long 2. Back iron doesn't go. Beret comes down with the rebound on the missed shot from Thorvett. She'll launch it up the floor to Monique Senna on the near side. Monique driving off the right wing, top of the key, pop the 3, roll the rim, won't go in, rebound out, last touch by NJC. 5:58 to go in half number 1. The sub on for North Platte, we'll see Joy Rodriguez, the sophomore from Denver. Rodriguez's first action in this second half. 40-33, NJC trails. Their subs at the table next whistle. Veronica Beret hounding Aaliyah Herron. Nearly tipped the basketball away again. Ball got off. 3 up, no good from Gilbert. Rebound down by Garcia-Gasco, her 9th of the game. Quick run into the front court by Cepeda. She is hounded by Gilbert, who tips the ball out of her hands. Cepeda shovels it off far side to Garcia-Gasco, looking to enter in, slings it across to Cepeda. Right block, right to the window, and knocks it in. Cepeda with 5. Give Daniela Garcia-Gasco a 4th assist. She's top 10 in the all-time mark on that, and we get a whistle with 5:17 to go as Cepeda knocked down Gilbert, crossing the stripe. Plainswomen subs will be Becca Segerman and Riley Phelps. Madison Cepeda and Ashlyn Godfrey take a seat. 9 suited for NJC. That's been the MO much of 2026. Driving into the lane. Heron right at the rim. Won't fall, and Riley Phelps comes away with the rebound on the short shot. Quick toss up the floor. Finds Beret. Beret fall away from 6. Maybe blocked by Joy Rodriguez. And the Knights clear the board with Keona Jackson. Quick bolt back up the floor, right to the hoop, back up to a 7-point lead as nobody stopped Thorvette for her first points tonight. Plainsman run. Segerman splits in on the defense and draws contact with 4:47 to go. She'll have a trip to the free throw line with NJC trailing North Platte 42-35. Media timeout, quarter number 3. You're listening to Plainsman Basketball on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. (42-35). North Platte leads NJC. Plainswomen basketball on the Eastern Plains Sports Network, made possible by B&J Plumbing. When problems arise, let B&J take care of you. 970-522-3828. Becca Segerman at the free throw line off the foul from North Platte prior to the media timeout. 4:47 to go. Segerman, first time at the line tonight. NJC was 4 of 6 in the first half. Becca knocks in the first. North Platte, all of their free throws in the first quarter, they went 5 for 5. We've had a lot of long stretches of whistleless basketball this evening. Segerman lips the second out, and Zayla Mazarin comes down with the rebound. 42-36, NJC down by 6. Reese Yon came in on the media timeout. She'll get it around to Mazarin, then onto the near side to Eden Shinati, who also came in on the media timeout. Skip across far side. Thorvette pumps the 3, drives to the window. It will not go. Great look, but would not drop. Rebound down by Daniela Garcia-Gasco. That is her 10th. She has another double-double. Shot clock didn't reset, and Trevor Chintala, the game management operator, was panicking courtside, because it looks to me like it came unplugged is what it was. We've had trouble with the scoreboard at times this season when the Wi-Fi goes AWOL here in the gym. Happens more often than you would think. Now they're going to have to go to the monitor because of the delay, because everything had stopped, game clock and shot clock, all at the same time due to whatever technical malfunction caused the operation to flow down. Our second review of the quarter, but this one won't cost anybody a timeout. They've got the game clock and shot clock back up and functional, but now they need to make sure that the game clock and shot clock are on where they should be, because NJC collected a rebound and they were into the front court already. I guess it's probably going to be at about 27 and something like 4:05. 3 very veteran officials that have been here a lot. I like the way they call the game. I truly have enjoyed what they've done. I'll talk about the rivalry between NJC and North Platte on the men's side and how great it is. But this women's side has been equally as good, even though this is the first time they've both been Division I programs. As we noted on the pregame show, road team has won 3 straight games, and 4 of our last 5 have been decided by 5 points or fewer. Average differential between these two teams in my 17-year tenure as the voice of NJC has only been 8. So this is a close contest virtually every time we take to the floor. 4:21 to go is where they go here. So the game clock had kept running. They couldn't stop it. Shot clock was down there, so it'll be 18 now as the entry pass goes to Riley Phelps through contact of Joy Rodriguez. She can't get the shot to go, but the former Weld Central Rebel will head to the free throw line. Joy Rodriguez tagged for her first foul tonight, second foul in the quarter on the North Platte Knights. Phelps, who's been a regular part of the starting lineup due to the injuries here in this second semester, didn't get the start tonight on sophomore night, so Ashlyn Godfrey could garner the start. Made the first, misses the second. That's been the MO for NJC tonight. Court contained by Reese Yon, who quickly tosses it up the floor. 42-37, NJC down 5. Joy Rodriguez top of the key. Hands it off to Thorvett and then Shinati. Under 4 to go in the third. Shinati covered by Veronica Beret. Shinati tries to drop it in to Zaylee Mazarin, but Zaylee Mazarin needed a claw to grab that one. She needed some sort of extension because that was way wide of her. Another North Platte turnover. Their third since halftime. NJC only has one. Monique Senna walks into the front court. Senna working to her right, loses Yon, pops a three, misses everything. Rebound down by Segerman, tied up by Yon. And the ball will go over to the North Platte Knights. I think Monique Senna, who hasn't made a shot in close to 15 minutes now, was surprised at how wide open she was because when Yon is on her, she'd not had room. Plainswomen show pressure, then back it off. With 3:35 to go, Knights walk it right to left with Yon spearheading the point. Yon gets it poked out of her hands by Senna. Back to the table for North Platte comes Aaliyah Heron and Jasmine Gilbert. Yon and Shinati take a seat. So Coach Thurman's got a good rotation of 9 that he's using regularly. That makes this team very dangerous as they tried the high post handoff backdoor feed to the wing, and Brianna Shelby, the intended target, saw the ball tipped out of bounds. Madison Cepeda comes back in for NJC, and Veronica Beret takes a seat. Inbound to the left of the hoop for Brianna Shelby. She'll launch it into Joy Rodriguez, covered by Riley Phelps. Screen handoff to Heron. Heron reverses field. Mazarin downtown launches it. Up for the rebound goes Phelps, and she contains it. Ends up in the hands of Cepeda trying to hand off and run it. And Joy Rodriguez hip checked her out of bounds. North Platte just 1 of 6 from downtown since halftime. NJC's 0 of 4. So we're now at 37 threes attempted between these two teams in the game, and we still have 13 minutes of basketball to play. Drive left side. Senna feeds to Phelps on the right wing. Steps in from 6. Rolls around on the rim. Will not go down, and Brianna Shelby comes down with the rebound. That was a great look by Phelps. Had the lid on the basket. Transition, nobody stopped Heron, so she hucks up a 3. Phelps goes up and gets the rebound. Quickly looking to run the floor are the Plainswomen with Senna pacing it. She flies in on a triple team. Ball tipped into the corner. Segerman with it. Daniela Garcia-Gasco rains a 3 off the rim that won't drop, and the rebound is contained for the Knights by Joy Rodriguez. Quick toss up the floor for Heron. She steps into the right corner. Reverses field out up top for Gilbert, who launches a 3 and knocks it in. Jasmine Gilbert with 17 now, and the lead's back up to 8 for North Platte. 45-37 with 2:05 to go in the third. Top of the key, Garcia-Gasco hammers a 3 off the front of the rim. Long rebound contained by Zaylee Mazarin. A 6'1 sophomore for North Platte's been held to just 5 rebounds tonight, but 3 of them since halftime. Under 2 to go in the third. Gilbert runs it into the front court, feed into the lane. Players take a tumble, and the feed goes right into the hands of Madison Cepeda. Quickly running the floor, Cepeda to Segerman to Phelps. Back in front of the bench to Segerman. Nothing there, so a half-court reset with Senna. To Cepeda near side. NBA range three doesn't go. Rebound down Garcia. Gasco banks it back up and in. Garcia Gasco with 8 since halftime. Ties the team lead with 13. Also has 11 rebounds. Quickly run into the front court. 45-39. 1:15 to go in the third. Jasmine Gilbert on the near side. Zaylee Mazarin top of the key. Heron far side. Stepping out. Dragging up top for Joy Rodriguez. Joy, backdoor feed with 10 on the shot clock. 2 off iron from 15, won't drop. Rebound tipped around, and Segerman comes up with it off the miss from Brianna Shelby. Segerman tosses it out in front to Sena in transition. 1-on-3. Shovels it off Cepeda to Segerman from downtown. This one rattles in and out. Good night. NJC's done everything but knock it down. 40 seconds to go in the third. Still 45-39 North Platte. Shelby walks it into the front court. Brianna backs out. Going to take the full duration of this, what will be North Platte's final possession. Swing off our side. Heron from downtown, nothing but net. Aaliyah Heron knocks it down, leads back up to 9. Quick toss up the floor with 15 seconds left. Monique Sena tried to find the fast break. It's a turnover, just the second of the quarter for NJC, but the worst possible time because North Platte now has 15 seconds to be up double digits heading to the fourth. Monique Sena takes a seat for NJC. Veronica Beret comes back in. Reese Yon and Lydia Thorvet come in for North Platte, and NJC will press to try and create some consternation to close this quarter. Gilbert walks it past the stripe with Segerman on her, works to her right, back to her left, back to her right again. Thorvet, 3 seconds left, into the lane. Garcia Gasco with the block, and that will end the quarter. NJC's down 9 heading to the fourth, though. It's North Platte 48, Northeastern 39. This is the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Head to the fourth quarter back in Sterling. The Northeastern Plainswomen trail the North Platte Knights 48-39. Fourth quarter brought to you by Rudy's Tires. Several locations across the area. There's always one close by. Rudy'sTires.com for more. NJC was 0 of 7 from 3 in the third quarter. They're now 5 of 24 from downtown in the game. Markella Pizarra came on to start the fourth quarter, and she fumbles the basketball away as the Plainswomen begin with it. Knights, they're 7 of 21 in the contest. They were 2 of 7 in quarter number 2, and a 3 up and no good for Desiree Gonzalez, blocked by Monique Sena as Madison Cepeda comes down with the rebound. Quickly run into the front court, top of the key, Daniela Garcia Gasco. Veronica Beret knocks in the first 3 of the second half. Beret rains it down and gets NJC back within 6. But we are now at 47 threes attempted in the game as Monique Sena picks the pocket. She'll run up the floor right to the hoop and make her first shot since the 8.5-minute mark in quarter number 2. Monique Sena now with 15. 9:11 to go in the fourth quarter. And the Plainswomen are back within 4 off of a steal. I've been here at NJC for 17 years. And I can't think of a women's basketball game that has had this many three-pointers attempted. We're now at 47 combined three-pointers in this one, 13 of 47 from downtown tonight. These two teams have just launched it from 20 feet and beyond the entire contest. And it is interesting, but I think the key isn't going to be who can make those threes late. It's going to be who can do what Monique Sena just did. Get a key steal and turn it into a break. Get to the hoop and get a layup. Because NJC, I mean, they're 6 of 26 from downtown now in the game. But 1, 2, 3, that'd be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of 13, 15, 17, 24. They're 10 of 24 from inside the arc. If they can find a way to capitalize on that, I think they'll give themselves an opportunity in this contest. Daniela Garcia-Gasco had 8 points in the third quarter, all of it inside the arc. She's now at 13 points, 11 rebounds, and 5 assists. Knights basketball out of the NJC timeout. Desiree Gonzalez has it near side. She'll enter it into the lane. Garcia-Gasco maybe altered the shot from Kiana Jackson and comes away with the rebound. And the Plainswomen back within 4, looking to make it closer. Garcia-Gasco airballs a 3. Gives the basketball back to the North Platte Knights. Walk into the front court, Ligia Thorvat. She'll get it to Zaylee Mazarin near the top of the key, who came back in on the far side for Aaliyah Heron. She'll drive on the wing, covered by Veronica Beret, feed it off, and we get a foul on a shot in the lane from Ligia Thorvat. That'll be Markella Pizarra's first this evening.
Number 15, Ligia Thorvat.
First free throw for Thorvat goes through. First free throw since the first quarter for the Knights. They're up 49-44, 90 seconds into the fourth. Second rolls off, and Daniela Garcia-Gasco comes down with her 14th rebound tonight. She's over 600 for her career here at NJC. Monique Sena walks it past. Cepeda on the far side. To Pizarra, high left post. The Greek freshman works right side of the lane, spins in, avoids contact, off the window and in. Nice work by Markella Pizarra to get NJC within 3, 49-46. Zaylee Mazarin running the floor. Ball tipped out of her hands, blocked on the shot by Daniela Garcia-Gasco, but she re-corrals it and puts it back up and in. She has 10, second night in double figures. Garcia-Gasco's third block in that exchange. Monique Sena bolts up, flies in the lane, ping-ponging off bodies, attacking the rack. And she'll garner a trip to the free throw line. Ligia Thorvat with her second foul of the game, first in the quarter on the North Platte Knights. Back onto the floor for the North Platte Knights comes Jasmine Gilbert, their leading scorer tonight. She has 17. Sena shooting her first free throws this evening. Misses the first. Plainswomen now 6 of 11 from the free throw line. Six of 12 as the second doesn't go either. Rebound down by Mazarin. 51-46 North Platte lead. 7:35 to go in the fourth. Right wing, Jasmine Gilbert. Drives baseline. Ball stolen away by Veronica Beret on the feed across. Quick toss for the Plainswomen. Trying to run. Sena dipsy-do. Past everybody. Lays it through. Monique Sena matching the game high with 17. Plainswomen back within 3 again. And Markella Pizarra going for the steal. Went through the body of Ligia Thorvat. That's 2 fouls on Pizarra, both in this fourth quarter. 51-48 North Platte. Ball dropped in, right wing to Jasmine Gilbert, who steps outside the arc to Mazarin near the top of the key. Off to Gonzalez, covered by Monique Sena. Screen and roll off to Mazarin. Veronica Beret jumps on the basketball, fed into Mazarin, who's 7 inches taller than Beret, but Beret didn't care, got the tie up. Still North Platte ball, 11 on the shot clock, 7:01 on the game clock. Inbound dropped in, top of the key. Aaliyah Heron hucks up a 3, bangs iron and doesn't go. Monique Sena comes down with the rebound. She looks to run, pressure, ball knocked back in her face, collides with a North Platte Knight. They will call Aaliyah Heron with the foul, her first since the first quarter. Her fourth in the game. So she takes a seat and Reese Yon comes on for her. 6:47 to go in the fourth. Plainswomen trying to get back on the winning side of things. The quick in comes to Daniela Garcia-Gasco. Feeds to Cepeda. Shoves it off to Beret. Beret left elbow. Gobbles it off near side for Pizarra. Pizarra gets the ball tipped out of her hands. Cepeda saves it. Spins in the lane and swatted at by Ligia Thorvet. She'll earn a trip to the free throw line. Knights have been so disciplined this evening, not reaching for anything. They're just getting in the way, and NJC's turnovers are just bad passes. Not that NJC has an overwhelming amount of turnovers, but their defense has been very good tonight. Now here in this fourth quarter, they're swiping, they're swatting, they're tipping, they're creating so many opportunities for NJC to draw fouls. The Plainswomen attacking the hoop do. Cepeda knocks in the first and the second. First 2 for 2 trip at the line tonight. Plainswomen within 1, 51-50, 6.5 to go in the fourth. Jasmine Gilbert runs it into the front court. She'll launch it past half to Reese Yon. Yon drops it on the block. Zaylee Mazarin up for the shot. Daniela Garcia-Gasco going for the block. She's tagged with the foul. No, they got Veronica Beret underneath, so the block was clean up top. The foul underneath was Beret swatting at the basketball, and Mazarin will head to the free throw line where the Knights are 6 of 7 tonight. 6 of 8 as the first for Mazarin doesn't go. Knights don't have anybody on the line. Coach Thurman using a timeout to talk with his 4 that aren't shooting. Try and set up some defense and buy some extra time. Mazarin makes a second, 52-50 North Platte, 6:20 to go in the fourth. Cepeda walks it into the front court for the Plainswomen. Really Central Wildcat. Shovels it off. Garcia-Gasco, 3 far side, doesn't go. Cepeda down with the rebound, bodied on the floor after collecting the offensive rebound for NJC. And they will tag Breonna Shelby with her first. Cepeda got tagged on the right side of her face. Her teammates checking on her. She's holding her ear, and she'll come off the floor. So the trainer wants to look at her. She stepped immediately to the edge of the bench and said, Coach, we need to examine for a potential concussion with that headshot there. Toss into Segerman. Garcia-Gasco, right wing. Working baseline, slinging it off. Segerman free throw line jumper, no good. Mazarin comes down with the rebound. 5:45 to go, quarter 4. NJC down 52-50. Since the North Platte Knights unloaded a 15-2 run in quarter number 1 and 2. NJC has trailed. Inbound pass tipped into the backcourt by Veronica Beret. Knights pick it up in the backcourt with half the shot clock now elapsed. Pass, they come again. Entry into Mazarin. Shot up off the window, won't go. Reese Yon fighting for the rebound. Stripped as she goes back up. And Jan, the freshman from Severance, will head to the free throw line. Second foul on Becca Segerman this evening, fourth in the quarter. So both sides to the double bonus next foul. So we'll have free throws in the closing 5:26 of this contest. Jan cannot get the first free throw to go. Only real foul trouble is Aaliyah Heron for the North Platte Knights with 4. She's sitting right now. That's why Jan's out there. Jan doesn't get either free throw to go. Segerman flings the rebound off the belly of Jasmine Gilbert to give NJC the ball after a hard fight for it, but the inbound will have to come extreme sideline near the baseline. Still 52-50 North Platte. Monique Santa runs it into the front court past everybody. Offensive foul. Jan just stood there. She had defensive position about 3 times over. One of a rare miscue tonight for Monique Santa, who leads NJC scoring with 17. 5:10 to go in the fourth. Reese Jan walks it into the front court for the North Platte Knights. Jan covered by Segerman on the far side. Tosses it to Desiree Gonzalez, who pops a 3 and drops a 3. Desiree Gonzalez reins it in. Timeout by North Platte with 4:55 to go. It'll turn into our media timeout. NJC trails North Platte 55-50. Can they complete the rally? This is the Eastern Plains Sports Network. .455 to go. Quarter number 4, the North Platte Lady Knights lead the Northeastern Plainswomen 55-50. Our coverage on the Eastern Plains Sports Network brought to you by Western Engineering Consultants. Big firm products, small firm relationships, westerneci.com. North Platte used the timeout there that turned into the under 5 media. Turns on a full court press as they look to close the victory and push themselves closer to locking in the 5. Monique Santa brings it up the floor, bolts past everybody, puts a shot up over Zaylee Mazarin that does not go, but Becca Segerman there to come down with the offensive rebound and the putback to get NJC within 3. 55-52. Knights walk it right to left up the floor, double dribble as Brianna Shelby put the hand on the basketball. Knights are averaging better than 20 turnovers a game in conference play this year. That's just turnover number 13 tonight. They've been very good at hanging on to the basketball in this second half, part of the reason they've maintained their advantage. Monique Santa walks it into the front court for NJC, down by just a single possession. Daniela Garcia-Gasco found baseline from 15. She knocks it in. Danny has 17 to match the team lead, and the Plainswomen are within 1, 55-54. Knights leading scorer Jasmine Gilbert has it right wing. She has 18. She'll swing it around near side to Aaliyah Heron, who came back in. Second leading scorer in conference play. Jumper from the free throw line won't drop. And the rebound down by Daniela Garcia-Gasco. Plainswomen run out in front. Segerman found by Santa, but can't finish it off. And the Plainswomen still stay down by 1 as the rebound's pulled down by Brianna Shelby. Top of the key, Shelby will set it up, work it around onto the far side to Jasmine Gilbert. Gilbert into Zaylee Mazarin. Kicks out high wing. Back off onto the far side. Mazarin posting up again. She sets a screen in the lane and forces a help across from Markella Pizarra on the drive in, and it will be free throws for the North Platte Knights. Pizarra's third foul. Team's fifth of the quarter. And to the line goes Jasmine Gilbert, who was a perfect 4 for 4 in the first quarter. Back onto the floor for NJC comes Madison Cepeda, who got popped in the ear. Trainer examined her for a concussion, then checked her ear. She's fine in both regards, and back on. Gilbert knocks in the first free throw, 56-54 North Platte. Second doesn't go, and Daniela Garcia-Gasco down with her 16th rebound of the night. Garcia-Gasco gives it off to Cepeda. Hounded in the backcourt. Plainswoman will push it past to Pizarra after saving it from a one-man pressure. Pizarra drives in, dishes off to Sena, rattles rim and in. We're tied for the first time since the opening tip-off at 56 with 3 to go. North Platte Knights run it into the front court. Markella Pizarra going for the steal. Madison Cepeda had the same thought, and Cepeda committed the foul that will put Ligia Thorvet at the free throw line with 2:56 to go. That is the second foul, I believe, on Cepeda this evening. It was never credited on the board. Thorvet 1 of 2 from the free throw line tonight. 1 of 3 as she misses the first. Plainswomen have not led for 31 minutes. They'll be down 1 after Thorvet knocks down the second, 57-56. 2:55 to go in the fourth. Madison Cepeda walks it into the front court. Daniela Garcia-Gasco, a massive double-double tonight. 17 and 16. Garcia-Gasco bodied in the high post, drops the basketball, hands it off to Sena, gives it to Pizarro, who pulls up from 10 on the baseline, won't go. Monique Sena down with the offensive rebound and banks it back up and in. And NJC leads for the first time since the first quarter at 58-57. Knights quickly run. Dish in the lane, stolen away by Monique Sena. She'll look to run the floor. Sena pushing near side. Driving down into the corner, missed Beret, wide open down low, out to Pizarra, far side. The three rattles in and out. Rebound is pulled down by Zaylee Mazarin. She has a double-double tonight with 11 points and 10 rebounds. Under 2 to go. 58-57 NJC with the lead. Off to Mazarin and then around far side. Desiree Gonzalez, 16-footer, top of the key. Doesn't go. Mazarin with the offensive rebound. Back up fouled. She'll head to the free throw line. Daniela Garcia-Gasco got too far underneath the hoop and could not get the rebound. Mazarin will head to the line. Reese Yon comes in for Aaliyah Heron. This will be offense for defense, or defense for offense in this case. And the Plainswomen will bring Becca Segerman in for Veronica Beret. Same offense for defense. 1:44 to go. This will take some time because both sides have 3 timeouts each. Mazarin can't knock in the first free throw, so the best the North Platte Knights can do is tie here. NJC hadn't led for 31 and a half minutes until they knocked in the offensive rebound from Sena. Second free throw from Mazarin also doesn't go. Markella Pizarra comes down with the rebound and then throws it away right to the Knights. Steal by Ligia Thorvet into the lane to Mazarin. Her bank shot after knocking Garcia-Gasco down in the leg. Won't go. Fans wanted a foul. Rebound goes out off of NJC, and Danny is pleading her case. 1:33 to go. It's North Platte basketball. And onto the floor for North Platte will come Keona Jackson. First time, no, Jackson comes in for Mazarin. I was going to say that's the first time Mazarin and Jackson have been on together. Inbound pass, give off to the inbounder. Desiree Gonzalez bangs it in from downtown. She has 11. Knights back in front at 60-58. Far side, Cepeda, her three from downtown will not go. Jasmine Gilbert comes away with the rebound for the North Platte Knights. And a quick toss-up with 1:10 remaining. Far side, Thorvette covered by Pizarra. Baseline to Gonzalez, now covered by Senna. Around up top, it comes into the hands for Jackson. Under a minute to go. Step out, Yawn on the left wing. 10 on the shot clock. Back and reverse far side to the leading scorer, Jasmine Gilbert. Looking to drive baseline. Kicks out, top of the key. Another three. Does not go for the North Platte Knights. Daniela Garcia-Gasco down with the rebound on the miss from Desiree Gonzalez. 60-58. Quickly run up the floor. Monique Santa to Segerman, far corner for three in the lead. The bank will not go. Pizarra cannot get the rebound. It's tipped to the Knights. Shot clock is off. In the lane, 2 is good for Keona Jackson. Lead is now 4. Plainswoman quickly running with 19 seconds left. Segerman to the hoop. She got bumped but didn't get the foul call. Missed the shot. Jackson with the rebound. And a whistle following the Jackson rebound will lead to North Platte free throws as Daniela Garcia-Gasco commits the foul, and a timeout will come here with 15.4 seconds remaining. Every game we name a player of the game, brought to you by Premier Farm Credit. Eastern Colorado's a way of life. Credit and related services for more than 100 years. PremierACA.com. And I've said this all year long. We expect Daniela Garcia-Gasco to be elite. And Daniela Garcia-Gasco has been elite. 15 points, 17 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 blocks. But the player that caused the early run, that spearheaded the run in the comeback here, that got NJC the lead briefly, is Monique Sena. And it's not just it's because of her scoring. Monique Sena is at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 12 plus 9. That's 21 points, 5 rebounds, but 5 steals. She spearheaded 3 steals late third, early fourth quarter that helped propel the comeback for NJC. And it's those pieces that have really continued to help NJC in this, but they've got to have some sort of monumental comeback. Down 4, 2 free throws out of the timeout by NJC for Keona Jackson. First free throws for Jackson tonight. She cannot knock in the first. We've had 3 straight games decided by 5 points or fewer, and this will make it 4 straight. Second goes in, 63-58. Madison Cepeda runs it up. NJC down 5. Cepeda hands it off, and Cepeda drilled by Jasmine Gilbert, and she is still down. Teammates will come over to try and help her up off the floor as Jasmine Gilbert was whistled with her 3rd foul. Zaylin Mazarin and Leah Thorvette back on for North Platte, and the officials will give Madison Cepeda a chance to clear the tears from the eyes after the violent knock to the floor with 10 seconds left. She'll have 2 free throws here. Not Cepeda's night. 2 for 14 from the floor. NJC's had a great 3-man rotation with Santa Garcia-Gasco and Cepeda carrying the offense recently. But Cepeda just hasn't had it tonight as she misses the first with 10 seconds left. The other ridiculous mark tonight, we've had 54 threes attempted in this game. Neither go for Cepeda. Mazarin and Garcia-Gasco both going for the rebound. Danny has whistled for her 3rd foul. And Mazarin will head to the free throw line. 5-point game with 8.5 seconds remaining. Plainswoman will fall to 8-20 on the year. Daniela Garcia-Gasco takes a seat to the applause from the family that is here this evening. And the coaches will Dapper up as well, 15 points, 17 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 blocks. She's over 600 career rebounds. She's top 10 all-time in scoring. She's number 2 all-time in rebounding. She's number 2 all-time in blocks. She's top 10 all-time in assists. She's top 15 all-time in steals. Definitely one of the most complete careers we've had here at NJC in my 17-year tenure. Both free throws go in for Zaylee Mazarin, who has 13 points and 12 rebounds. 65-58. Cepeda off to Pizarra. Corner for Giselle Celis, who's 3 up, no good, will end the game. It won't be a 5-point game. It'll be 7, and the road team takes a win for a 4th consecutive. North Platte 65, NJC 58. Plainswomen fall on this Wednesday night. Men are coming up next. We've got that coverage for you as well. Stay tuned. This is the Eastern Plains Sports Network.